kids, and we were all around the altar, you know, when we were praying, and Bobby was just hollering. And Amen came up to her and she says, Bobby, honey, you don't have to holler. Says, the Lord will hear you.
I think that's so sweet. That was Ron Johnson's mama that she's talking about.
But May, I heard that May used to get a lot of
I did
whippings
say Don Johnson. I thought it was
at
Don
church
Johnson.
that Daddy would take her out
No, that definitely
and
said
whip
Don
her with
Johnson on the
those
computer.
what is
Gooseberry
it?
bushes.
Gooseberry bushes.
Yeah, Mama lobbed them on me.
Oh, I thought it was Daddy. It was
You would
gooseberry.
have thought I was some kind of animal that beat on me.
No.
I wasn't gonna step in it.
You must have been like Emily.
I'm hungry.
That's a bit. Or maybe worse. I wasn't allowed to be like
It definitely says Don
I had to, you know, I had to pretty close to
But you don't know Ron Johnson.
place keeping up with all the things I needed to do. Like I had to keep Sarah in line.
Yeah.
And
She never
Alma,
did.
And Alma kept all y'all in line, didn't she?
Alma was wonderful.
Mm.
She would not take anything from anybody, and she was willing to give.
I'm gonna put us on your screen.
Yeah.
They had a rule that you didn't run in the hall at school. And one day I ran in the hall, but I wasn't the only one. So Alma came by to go into the principal's office for some duty thing, and all of us, 8 of us, was in school at the same time. So we had a crowd of children. Alma self-appointed herself to look after us all. So that day, when she saw me sitting in the principal's office, she said, "What are you doing in here?" And I told her what I was doing. She said, "Was anybody else there?" And I said, "No." She said, "You get up and get out of here."
Mm.
Now, she was just about this tall and really something else. So I was scared, and I told her I didn't want to do that. But she said, "I'll take care of the principal." I never heard of what happened. I'm sure she took care of the principal.
Mm.
Well, tell them about when y'all used to have to walk from there, that picture.
That was about 3 miles.
That looks like Nancy's old house.
Oh, that's where Grandma and Big Daddy got married.
Grandma and Big Daddy got married on
Now,
the porch.
get up and take me.
And they were
That looks like my grandma's old house.
Daddy for a
Everybody's
while.
grandma's house looked like that, did it? I guess they all looked alike.
Yep, a lot of people had the same kind of
My
house.
grandma lives in Commerce, Georgia, or she did every life. And she was 2 years old, and her parents were killed in a car accident, I think, or something. And she was 2 years old, and she had a lot of older siblings older than her. And then there was a few that were close to her age, but they took her. She had the dress she had on. The older siblings, I mean, both their parents were dead, and they had no way. They were poor when their parents were alive. So they took. Her name was Cleo Bell, and she didn't have a middle name, and she did that. The kids couldn't remember it, so Cleo went. They took her when she was 2 years old to the church for anybody that could take her on. She didn't have shoes or nothing, just the dress she had on. And I forgot the people, Chathams or Chithams or something like that, adopted her and raised her. And then they died, but she was like in her 50s when she found, her older siblings found them all. And got together again and said, "Hey, we're your brother and sisters, you know." But when she died in, I think, 97, November 97, she was 81, and she never,
ready for
you know,
the
never
John
went to school.
part.
She married, my grandpa was 11 years older than her. She got married when she was 13 years old. Had her first child when she was 14, and she never went to school or anything, and she always made biscuits at like restaurants and stuff. Cleo's biscuits, remember seeing it on the things in the commerce. But she crocheted booties. She liked to wear men's black socks, and she crocheted booties. And when she said when she was buried, she wanted to be buried in men's black socks and some of pretty pink crocheted booties she had made to be buried in. And I didn't know this, and it was 97, and all my 3 kids went with me to Commerce for her funeral. And when we got there, my daddy and all my sisters and everything are looking at the bottom half of the coffin. I mean, nobody gets up and looks at the bottom half.
Yeah.
They were checking out her feet, and I said, "What are y'all doing?" And they told us, and me and my kids went over there and looked down, and she had on black men's socks and pink booties. I was like, "Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty
my.
cool."
That
How about
wasn't
that?
very long ago either, was it?
It was November of
Well, May,
97.
tell her about when Aunt Sue got married.
Just sitting on your phone.
Oh, that's the funniest thing you'll ever want to hear.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sue was 14, and she had to be pretty because she was a dark little short thing. And I didn't know it until long years ago that she was smart enough that she learned how to teach herself to play the piano. And
Sue?
Sue.
I didn't know she
I
played
didn't
the
either.
piano.
Who?
It's,
Sue? I didn't know
well, JC's wife played too, but it was clunk, clunk, clunk. So it wasn't really.
like now.
It was teaching. It was good enough for her. And anyway, she was 14, and how old? What was her husband's name?
Buddy?
Buddy.
Oh, I got that right.
Well, that wasn't his real name, but that's what we call it.
Yeah.
Pretend you were right.
Didn't get it right.
Pretend you were right. Okay.
All right, y'all.
And she was at the wedding. Two of the cousins went home with them for.
Did they have a wedding, a real
Yeah, they had a
wedding?
little wedding over at
Phew.
the church. And
At where?
at you.
Oh,
And
you need to listen to this.
I'm listening.
after the church service was over, Buddy and Sue, and Buddy was a good-looking man. He wasn't smart, but he was good-looking. And he had
they
a
all?
convertible, a black convertible, and he wore a white suit. And when he pulled up to see Sue, he made a spectacle. Well, after the wedding was over, Mary and Lois, who were 2 cousins of mine and his, went home with him. From the,
Lois didn't go, it was just Mary.
Uh-huh. Lois still got that.
there was 3 of them that went.
Oh, well, maybe Lois was there.
Anyhow, it doesn't really matter because that's long gone. And so they had this little place where Buddy had arranged for them to spend their honeymoon, and I admired that. Had just a little straight house with a fireplace was all they had. No potty chair or nothing.
4 people went on one honeymoon? Something don't seem right about that. There was 3 women and 1 man.
Wait, y'all hadn't heard it yet.
3 women and 1
Oh,
man.
I
boy.
haven't heard it yet. There's more to the story.
Good part ain't got
I
it.
guess they did a
It sounds pretty
threesome.
good right now. Mary, Louise, and Susie, and Buddy.
And they went
Buddy!
while Buddy was getting
Believe
dressed
me.
and preparing for a lovely evening. The girls sat down in front of the fire with the and played with the paper dolls.
I think I've heard
Buddy
that one.
would say, "Sue, when you gonna come to bed?" And
playing paper dolls.
Mary said that she wondered why in the world didn't he shut up and go to bed.
How old
Did
were
they
they?
spend the night with them?
I guess.
Did they?
How old were they?
Yeah.
They were probably, Sue was 6 years older than me. And I don't know how, I don't know.
But you know what? Looks like their parents would have
they were.
not let them go home with them, don't it?
That wasn't important.
They didn't know
The only,
Yeah.
the only thing that was
Who said
important
Emily
is you
loved
hold your,
you?
Okay.
Emily and Will gets to go with her on the honeymoon.
Oh, boy. What a trip.
Nobody's going on my honeymoon. Love y'all,
Mm.
Take the paper dolls.
Are you telling that?
you
Sit
tell
there
us.
and pick-
Do we
well,
not
I
know
wanna
the
tell
end
y'all
of that
about
story, though?
Lois.
I mean, did they finally...
You like
Did
a
she
finish to the story?
Yeah, did
Well,
she
they
finally go to bed
consummated-
with them, or
I
did
guess-
they all sleep in the same bed, or
Well,
what
they had
happened?
lots of children.
Yeah, they
They had
consummated
lots
this.
of children.
Uh.
And in the Bible, it says if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off.
Right.
Oh no.
So he had to cut his finger off.
I didn't know that.
Anthony said he cut off the wrong thing. Anthony.
Did he really cut off his finger?
He did.
Huh?
He did.
That night?
No, he was much older then. He was an older man. He was.
Now, I
He
didn't
was-
get the
he was,
what did he cut off?
I think he didn't cut off his finger.
visiting this other woman at
I
night.
don't think it was a finger.
He was trying to keep it a secret.
He was,
Sure, she's not.
he was probably too old to cut mustard.
He was getting there.
He didn't really cut off a finger, did he?
They said he did. I didn't see him
Oh,
after
he cut
that.
off a finger.
So, well, then where did the important part come
And
from?
Anthony
'Cause
said
I heard.
Anthony said that he should have.
that he cut off the wrong thing.
But he didn't.
I thought you meant he cut off the wrong
No, no,
finger.
no, he didn't
I thought
cut it
y'all was
off.
trying to be
Yeah,
That would have been some story, wouldn't it? He died of
If he kept cutting off his finger, another
it's
one.
Leukemia or something.
it was
He kept cutting off fingers, another one.
things that you
died.
get
Oh, tetanus.
Tetanus.
I guess
That's
so.
right.
Yeah, right.
Y'all need to listen to this. He stepped on the
Listen, she's
Rusty
telling.
nail or
She's
something?
telling.
he stepped on a nail, rusty nail,
Oh.
and he didn't go and get a technical shot.
Tetanus shot.
Let's go get our technical shot.
He didn't get a tetanus
I
shot.
think that's good.
You know, I was going to see Lois, but I don't go see her anymore.
Wow.
Well, she's so senile anymore. Anyway,
Bad words.
Margaret
Isn't it?
came down to Myra to the dentist, or I know, to an eye doctor or something. And so she went over to Powder Springs to see Lois. And while she was there, Lois says, "Come here, I want to show you something." So she says, "I want you to look out this window. There's a bomb out there." And so, of course, there wasn't a bomb out there, but she thought there were, and she thinks that Aunt Edith and Uncle Brady live right around the corner from her.
Oh, really?
Is that the lady that says bad words and lives
Oh,
in Powder
yes.
Springs?
And
Ooh, she's
So,
cussing at me. I want to see her too.
and after she went over there and sat down, I don't know who else was there, but she asked whoever that was, says, "Who is that woman that was just here?" And well, she was still there, but she didn't know Margaret. She wanted to know who she was. So anyway.
Margaret and her daughter moved to up there where somebody lives.
Well, she's got, she had 3 daughters.
Margaret did.
Lois had 3 daughters, and the oldest one died with cancer. And she has Linda and Nancy. Linda is Catholic, and Nancy lives next door to her. But
Oh, really?
Linda's really good about coming over and looking after her. But somebody stays with her around the clock now.
Oh.
I talked to her. I called her not